Got right in behind it.
Looking very solid to start the team's innings.
Yes.
Hit that hard, nailed it.
Nothing really wrong with the delivery. Got onto the front foot and found the space to get that one to the boundary.
That last ball isn't something you'd want to see a repeat of. You don't want to be giving easy runs away.
Yes.
Catch! Nice shot, runs possible.
Just perfection, a majestic shot. You just cannot hit it any better than that. Raced away to the boundary.
Yep.
Timed it nicely. They'll look for a couple, you'd think.
Yes, keeper, keeper.
Good return there, back from the deep.
Yes.
Ease through the field. There'll be runs here.
Keeper. Yes.
They'll get at least one.
A little flick of the wrist to get it round the corner for an easy run.
Questions will begin to be asked. Should the captain make a change? A big over that one. Too many loose deliveries.
Yes.
Collects that one, simple as you like, inside the ring.
Yep.
Well, for a brief moment, you thought there might be a bit of strife there. In the end, a good decision not to take on the field.
Yes.
Great shot. At least one on offer. Could be close.
Good running. It needed to be as well. Probably closer than they expected.
Ooh, wow! How did that miss?
A bit of frustration after that shot. Went after it, but just couldn't lay a bat on it.
Yep, yep.
Good shot. It's found the gap.
You can't fault the bowling. Sometimes your opponent is just too good. Wonderful front foot shot, and there was absolutely no point in chasing that.
Wow, that's missed the lot. 6 runs added there. England are 19 for none. A lot of pressure coming to the crease. Not had the best of weeks leading up to this game, and will want to show everyone their strength.
Nice one. Yes.
Just about timed that perfectly.
Right out of the textbook, off the middle, and it flew to the boundary.
Williamson, I don't think, will be too happy with their bowler at the moment.
Yep. Catch it.
Great shot.
It was timed well for 4. Gee, that was a good shot.
Wonderful batting at the moment. Back-to-back boundaries, putting the pressure on the bowler to respond.
Yeah.
Loud shout. Tough call either way. Might be worth risking a review if they're right.
Was there an edge? This could be trouble. I'm not hearing anything on this. That could be trouble. Impacting outside the line. Easy decision for the third umpire. Just as we suspected, it's missing the lot.
Not the best decision to review that. The umpire has got it spot on.
Yep.
Pads that away. Big appeal. Henry from the pavilion end.
You can understand why on that line they thought it was safe to let it straight through to the keeper.
Yes.
Finds the fielder with that shot.
No.
Hit that well off the back foot, but couldn't beat the field.
Misses everything.
Oh.
That's wild. Nothing elegant about that shot. Just not timing it at all. It's poor play.
Great one. Yes.
It mightn't get to the boundary. Should at least get a couple.
Bowlers. Yep.
There'll be runs here. There'll be one run here for them.
Decisive running might have got them two. Looking back at it, I'd say they'd have made it easily. So in the end, poor running.
Hit right on the body. Misjudged it a bit maybe, but couldn't seem to get out of the way. That will have hurt.
Yes. No.
Good piece of fielding to stop some runs.
Not a great delivery, got it full and lucky not to be hit to the boundary.
Nice bowling.
Didn't hit that well. Very late playing that shot. Obviously didn't like the look of that one and just ignored it.
End of the over. None from it. It's not easy to bat on this pitch by the looks of it, so they'll have to keep their heads.
Yep.
Super shot that.
You can't hit the ball much better than that. Timed it to perfection.
Tried for something a bit different the last ball. The captain shouldn't mind that. If they get it right, they might just get the wicket.
Yes.
Finds the edge.
Oh, that would have been a very risky single. In the end, a good decision to stay put.
Yes.
Out. Good catch.
The trudge back to the pavilion. A disappointing display in the end for someone with such batting skills. This one goes down as a fail.
Yes.
Nice shot.
Well, he can't fault that shot. Nicely played, and it was 4 runs all the way.
They shouldn't get too discouraged with that last ball. The first step as a bowler is to get the batter playing, which they've managed. If they can find the right spot, the reward will eventually come.
Oh, good running. It needed to be as well. That's probably a lot closer than they expected.
Good bowling, kept it nice and tight, and made it hard to score runs.
Yep. No.
Can't get that outside the ring field.
Crawley shakes their head. He was there to be hit, but couldn't make the most of it.
Drives and misses everything.
I'd say it was the right shot to choose, but it was just timed badly. Just couldn't get the drive away.
Great one.
Misses out there on the short and wide one.
Yes. No. Yep.
Confusion written on the batters' faces. A mix-up that almost led to a run-out.
No shot offered. Confident appeal. Could it be?
Nice one.
Just need to settle down. The timing's off. These deliveries are there to be hit. Time for cool heads.
Well, that's the end of a great display of bowling. No score from it. Nicely putting pressure on the batters.
They make it home, but there should never have been the chance for a run-out in the first place.
Nicked it. They certainly don't feel like they've got anything on that, but almost every fielder is asking the question. Fantastic catch.
Well, this is a fantastic wicket. Kept the runs down. Really didn't get settled. Looked to be in trouble, sadly, for most of the knock.
Gone. Another one goes. 2 wickets in 2 balls, and they're on a roll now.
So that's the 3rd wicket down. Not a happy person walking off the field. There's a real feeling of disappointment.
Picks the gap perfectly.
Bowlers.
Misjudged that throw, and the batters survived what would have been a certain run-out. Got forward well and was able to drive the ball. A lovely shot and good running.
Straight to the fielder.
Yeah.
Massive chance.
No. Yep.
Well, that would have been a very risky run. The right call was made in the end.
Yep.
They've picked the gap. Perfect timing.
Exquisitely down the front foot. A gorgeous looking drive. Could have been worth more.
A very successful over ends. The fielders will congratulate the bowler for their efforts. 2 wickets taken. Beaten on the drive.
That looks like an attempt to drive that one away, but poor timing and missed everything.
How's that?
The whole team goes up for that one. They feel pretty confident about this.
Didn't hit that well. Very late playing that shot.
Waiting.
Quick onto that in the infield.
Not a great delivery. Got it full and lucky not to be hit to the boundary.
Yep.
Good batting, get an opportunity to score and take it.
Yes, bowler.
A couple on offer here.
Got forward and was able to drive the ball. Lovely shot and good running.
Well bowled. Yep.
A little late on that, no runs scored.
Well, that was another good over. You can see the frustration growing on the batters. Nice solid defensive shot. Edged it. Big shout. And gone. That's a fantastic catch.
Another one gone. The fourth wicket is in the bag. A bit of trouble if there was another to fall quickly. We've seen some very good bowling.
Yep. Nice.
There's trouble here.
Tried to get the drive away, timed it poorly, lucky to survive.
A wonderful delivery to get the edge. You've got to keep hammering away at that spot time and again.
Catch.
Great timing, right off the meat of the bat.
It was in the air for a long time, but four bounced just inside the rope.
Catch it.
Sounded good the moment it hit the bat.
Avoided the fielders, one bounce and four. Fantastic shot.
Boundaries are flowing. They need to find a dot ball or two to slow things down again.
Yep. Nice one.
Chance.
Not great work from the keeper there. It's allowed them to rotate the strike.
10 runs added there. England are 55 for 4. The right-arm pace bowler is coming into the attack from the nursery end. Couldn't have played that any better.
Found the gap with ease. Wasn't the worst ball you'll see, but it still raced to the rope.
Yeah.
Oh, faintest of sounds. No one to catch it, though.
Threw the hands at it, got it early, but enough on it to get four.
Well bowled.
Just threw the shot too early.
Let's see if they can get the ball up into the slot like before. So crucial to follow up that last delivery and keep the batter under pressure.
Nice one.
Brilliant bowling. Having got the edge the previous ball, they now know the areas they need to be hitting.
Yep.
Couldn't get it through the field.
A bit of a mix-up. They'll need to improve their communication.
Yep.
Well placed. Should get a single.
Really raced between the wickets after it was clipped away nicely behind square.
End of the over. England are 64 for 4.
Yes.
That's really high. Don't think anyone is close.
That was a boundary the moment the ball left the bat. Can't time that any better. Perfection.
Yep.
Edge. Huge shout. The bowler seems very confident with that one.
The trudge back to the pavilion. A disappointing display in the end. For someone with such batting skills, this goes down as a fail.
Yep.
Hit it sweetly first ball and it's out of the ground. You can see how good this pitch can be for batting. You want the player coming forward, but it's a tight margin. Only a touch full and put away. Very sweet off the bat and 4 all the way.
You can't fault the bowling. Sometimes your opponent is just too good. Wonderful front foot shot, and there's no point in chasing that.
Yep. Catch it.
Time that perfectly.
Found the middle of the bat. Great timing, lovely front foot shot that has raced to the boundary. Nice running between the wickets, clipping the pads and not the bat.
19 runs added there. England are 83 for 5.
Yep. Catch.
Great shot, great timing.
You can't fault that shot. Nicely played, and it was 4 runs all the way.
That last ball isn't something you'd want to see a repeat of. You don't want to be giving easy runs away.
Yep.
Nicked it, but that's going all the way.
Didn't time it at all, but managed to get it away to the boundary.
Consecutive boundaries in this over. I wonder what plans they'll come up with to slow this batting.
Yep.
They'll push hard, should get back for 2.
Yep.
Doesn't beat the infield.
Good running. It needed to be as well. Probably closer than they expected.
Yep.
Not the ideal way of handling that ball.
No.
Nice running between the wickets, clipping the pads, not the bat though.
Yep. Nice.
Well, they never really got in the right position for the drive for that one. A bit of a loose shot in my reckoning.
End of the over. 12 runs coming from it. England are 95 for 5.
Yeah.
I don't think there was any bat on that as they come through for the single.
Yep.
Gone. Good catch.
Yeah.
A trudge back to the pavilion. A disappointing display in the end. For someone with such batting skills, this goes down as a fail.
Yep.
Wow, that's missed the lot.
A little bit of confusion out in the middle, but they've got back quickly. No harm done. Both batters survive.
Yep.
Well timed, but there's a fielder out there.
And they're away and nicely off the mark.
Yep.
Great shot through the gap. Perfect timing.
A brilliant throw-in from the deep caps off what was a fabulous piece of fielding.
Misjudged that and takes a hit on the body. Needs to be on target. 7 runs added there. England are 102 for 6.
Yes.
Chance, huge nick, but no one to catch it.
Errs on the side of bowling slightly fuller, and they've been put away.
Yep.
Decide against the second way too late. I think they would have been well short if they'd carried on.
Time to keep the pressure on now. Great last ball to find the edge. It's just a case of finding the same spot.
Yep.
There's a chance if this hits.
Just need to settle down. The timing's all off. These deliveries are there to be hit. Just got to keep a cool head. Nice running between the wickets. Clipping the pads, though, not the bats.
Yep.
Curran got nothing on that as it goes over the rope.
Another chance to bowl that one. Really can't have been wide by much, though.
Yep.
Misses everything. Needs a direct hit.
No.
Well, that's the right shot to choose, but timed it badly. Couldn't get the drive away.
Yes.
Well, there was a moment of hesitation, a few calls of yes and no. In the end, no damage done.
Playing all their shots in that over. A very expensive over. Henry from the pavilion end.
Yep.
Big edge.
No.
Well, they were moving quick between the wickets. I thought for a moment they were going to go again. In the end, I reckon that would have been just too risky. Yep.
Good piece of fielding to stop some runs. Could that be out? Looks so.
They find themselves 7 wickets down. It's about now you need someone to stand up and stick around at the crease.
Yep.
Hit that hard. Nailed it.
Heaved away off the back foot. Sweetly timed.
Williamson, I don't think will be too happy with their bowler at the moment.
Yep. Catch it.
Hits that well onto the back foot and cracks it away.
They're the sort of shots that you just stand and admire. Gets onto the back foot and rolls the wrist to keep control and find the boundary.
Yep. Catch.
Got hold of it. A pretty good bouncer. Enough control to get it away.
Good return there, back from the deep.
Yep.
Thick edge. "17 runs added there. England are 132 for 7. Santner, the left armour, is the new bowler from the nursery end.
The bat was very late coming down on that.
Nice bowling. Wait.
Maybe they didn't pick it up. Very late on the shot.
Yes.
Huge edge.
That gets things going. Just nice to get settled, start to get your first runs. Well, another chance to bowl that one. Really can't have been wide by much, though. That's a tough call for the bowler. I thought that was there to be hit.
Solid defence, very compact. End of the over, 4 runs coming from it. England are 136 for 7.
Yep. Catch it.
Great shot.
You can't fault the bowling. Sometimes your opponent is just too good. Wonderful front foot shot, and there was no point chasing that.
Yep.
They'll get at least 1.
Bowlers. Yep. Catch.
Nicely played.
That ball has raced away. Fabulous footwork. The balance was... perfect to get onto the back foot so easily.
Yep.
Drives and misses everything.
Oh, didn't get the feet moving. Played down the wrong line, threw the hands at it, got nothing on the ball.
Yep. None. Great one.
Well, that's a wild one. Nothing elegant about that shot, just not timing it at all. Poor play.
Yep. Nice.
A little late on that. No runs scored.
End of the over, 10 runs coming from it. England are 146 for 7.
Negated the spin well there. Got nicely on top of the bounce. You can understand why on that line they thought it was safe to let it straight through to the keeper.
No shot offered. Big appeal. Bowler is confident on this one.
Obviously didn't like the look of that one and just ignored it.
The over ends with no change to the scoring. After some superb bowling, It looks tough to find ways of getting the ball away. Going with pace now. Beaten on the drive.
Curran shakes their head. He was there to be hit, but couldn't make the most of it.
Bowled him. Absolute beauty.
This innings just cut short before it really flourished. It looked like it'd be moving to a big score, but it's not to be.
It was an average sort of an innings we saw from them. You know just how rare it is, though, to see a batter of this calibre miss out twice.
Immediately underway with some runs.
Yep.
Can't get that outside the ring field.
Nice bowling.
That was a pretty wild delivery, lost all control.
Yep.
There'll be one run here for them.
Exquisitely down the front foot, a gorgeous looking drive. Could have been worth more.
Yes.
Nicked it. That sees the completion of the over. A good one too. Not many opportunities to score.
Santner just needs to continue finding good spots now. Good footwork behind the stumps, taking it cleanly. No interest, though, from the batter. Shoulders, arms, and true to the wicketkeeper.
A wonderful delivery to get the edge. They've got to keep hammering away at that spot time and again. Loud shout. It was full enough and shaping like it's going to hit. This is close.
I'm not hearing anything on this. That could be trouble. Was there an edge? This could be trouble. Impacting outside the line. Easy decision for the third umpire. Slightly unlucky. Just clipping the wickets, and they have to go. An innings that promised much, and really, in the end, delivered very little. Pretty disappointing all round.
It wasn't a great decision to start with. Not surprised to see the umpire's decision stand.
Oh.
Tried to get the drive away. Didn't time the shot well, and through to the keeper.
Pads away. Huge appeal. Could well have been missing the stumps. Certainly wouldn't be the worst review.
Certainly no issue with the line. Wood. Can't believe it. Only millimetres in it, and they're on their way. That was one of the easiest wins at this level of cricket you're likely to witness. A class above.
That's all from us in the commentary box. It's been